true indeed. Yo, 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 true indeed. Yo, 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 true indeed. Yo, 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 true indeed. I'm guaranteed to give you
True
what you
indeed with
need.
you.
True
Holy
indeed,
Circle
true
Gaming. Thanks for
indeed.
rocking with your
I'm
boy. Like
guaranteed to
always,
give you
definitely a
what
privilege
you
and an honor to do as
need.
such. Y'all see what we getting into. We back at it. Marvel Puzzle Quest. Continuing the series. Man, we are at the end of the season, the reality season. It is already said and done. It's been done for the last day or so at this juncture. You see how your boy ranked right here. You see I'm ranked 618 out of the 5,000. I didn't really push hard, but I did push harder than what I would normally do. I didn't go super hard in the paint to do every single versus event, like really, really strong. I may have passed on maybe 3, possibly 4 versus events, not for anything else. I just really just didn't have enough time throughout each day to make sure that happened, to make sure that it was fluid. But I did do pretty decent though. 618 out of 5K is not horrible by any stretch, but it's not in the top 500 where I would typically land, considering my tier ranking as well. And if I really would have pushed a little bit stronger, I really probably would have been higher than that. But it was a good season though. The season was pretty decent. Ended off with the Spider-Man, which is pretty cool. Now what you're looking into, I believe they're promoting Fisk. So they have a new school Fisk character that's out. I believe he's a 5-star if I'm not mistaken. I gotta double check that for sure. But that's what's cooking right now. We are in between time leading into the holiday break. So everything is going to be structured around Fisk in this holiday break. You're going to see a lot of different like holiday events jumping off. Starting off for me in about an hour is going to be Snowball Fight. The one thing that you notice once you be able to start the Snowball Fight is that everything is going to be double ISO 8. So if you are in need of ISO 8, this is the time that you probably want to grind through this little holiday break to get your ISO 8 up. Now for me, I could use the ISO 8, but it's not super duper important. I got 1.9 worth of ISO 8. So I really don't need that ISO 8 cooking, but if I needed to get a good push on there, it's, I will. But for me, I'm not doing this event not for really for the ISO 8. I'm really going to be doing this event because when we get a chance to start this off, and hopefully I get the footage up for this, whether I just do it on the side or do it live or whatnot. I need to get that Kate Bishop. I need to get my Kate Bishop cooking a little bit. So to get a chance to get that Katie Bishop will be very, very essential for me. So that's what I'm looking to do right there. Also on the story mode type of things, you got the strange sights is jumping off. I really didn't jump into it. I should, but I didn't. Actually, you know what I should do? Maybe I'll do this because most of the time when y'all see me run, y'all see me normally run the versus event, and I do need to jump into that Spider Gwen because I didn't really get a chance to get into that Spider Gwen as of yet. But I should go ahead and maybe show y'all a little bit of the strange sights. Not for anything else. I don't really need it for progression or for ISO 8 or anything like that, because really, when you're doing story events, you're really pushing to get the ISO 8. You don't get a lot of covers off of it. You get some, but you don't get a lot. But really what you're looking to do is to really get your ISO 8 up more so than anything else. So that's what I look to do at least. But in this one, I'll actually at least show you how my ISO 8 tip, how I run my story mode. Because on my story modes, it's a little bit different than what you would do in versus gameplay. One of the things that you'll notice that when you're running story mode, you could definitely run your supports. So having items with supports always going to be beneficial. So in this event, I'm gonna have the Doctor Strange, the Supreme one. I actually have I have a 5-star Doctor Strange already, but I only have one cover for him, which is not the cover I really need. So it's not a huge deal. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and run with Doctor Strange. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go with Thanos in this instance, and let me go with somebody who could kind of like generate on his own. Let's see. Who could kind of rock on their own and not get completely dotted? Um, I guess I'll go with um you know what I do? I'll go with, in this particular instance, I am going to go with Luke Cage, I believe. Do I want to go with Luke Cage? No, 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 no. I take that back. Let's do this. Let's go with Gambit. I'll go with Gambit in this instance. I think Gambit will be well enough to go ahead and get this done. I can kind of go nice, quick, and easy with Gambit. Gambit doesn't require a lot for me to get his abilities off. Just 5 black gems to really get his abilities cooking. Once I have those abilities kind of running fluidly, then it should be pretty easy. And when you're going against like the both Devastators, they're not going to really do much impact. They're going to put a lot of strike tiles and try to upgrade those. But really what you're trying to do is basically knock out one so you can get 2 of them out the way. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to go ahead and try to let them drop their countdown tiles, and then go ahead and just try to get them out the way as fast as I can. So as they keep dropping their countdown tiles, they're effectively knocking themselves out of the game, because what I'm doing with Doctor Strange is just countdown tiles, the retaliatory damage. Once you get that, it normally gets like the little smaller minions out the way. And really, if you want to kind of cook through your story modes pretty quickly, rookies, talking to y'all, Doctor Strange is pretty key. You could go with Doctor Strange and Thanos if you want to run them side by side, especially if you have a fully loaded Doctor Strange and a fully loaded Thanos on your 3 stars. I think that'll be well enough to get you through a good portion of the set. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the first one. I don't care which one it is. I'm going to basically run the identical set to what I was talking about. So you can run Thanos here. To kind of knock people down. You can run Doctor Strange. You can even run Doctor Strange and any other 2 if you so choose to. I'm just going to go ahead and run this particular set, not for anything else, because it's pretty quick. Because once they start dropping countdown tiles, it's not going to much matter what you do. You can kind of cook through these fairly quickly once they start dropping their tiles out. So I'm going to just basically just ramp up and let them kind of like bury themselves more or less. So a little damage right there to take a little bit of a hit. I'm going to go ahead and get these purples right there. Purple, yellow, green combo. I'll take it. I'll take that. They're going to take another hit with Thug right there. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and flip a little bit. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to flip these around slightly, just so I could take a little bit of damage. So I can maybe get 2 for 1 is what I'm looking to do here. So I know they got a countdown tile that's going to kick off in a sec. So what I wanted to do here is really get the stack deck cooking, maybe do a little bit of damage to them, 2K. Then I'll flip around here, get the Raging Cajun. They're going to hit me with a pistol. I'm not really too concerned about that. I could have got him out the way early, but really what I wanted to do is really try to get the Muscle and Thug out the way quickly. And they're going to kind of get another hit from here, in which at this point, I'm going to throw Raging Cajun out there. But really, I don't know if I'm going to necessarily need it. I think I will be just fine with this combination play right here. Thug is going to go out the way. It's not going to get any more damage done to my team. And so it should go pretty quickly. Well, it did a little bit of damage to my team, but it's cool. I mean, Gambit and Doctor Strange, normally running them side by side with Thanos is really going to do a little bit of damage, but nothing too crazy. Another way you could do it is, let's say you don't want to necessarily run with Thanos and Doctor Strange. Let's say you want to just run exclusively just maybe with one or the other. Doesn't matter which. You don't necessarily have to run both. You could do one or the other and just get a good pairing and run with those. Now, in this setup, they got Blade, Nebula, and Captain America, Steve Rogers. In this particular instance, I never really ran with Nebula. That's one of the characters I don't know much about, so So to the room, if y'all know if Nebula's pretty good, I know there was a couple of cracks I could have had to get her. I just didn't know if she was really good or not. That's one of the rare characters. When I was in my downtime, that was one of the characters that popped up. And because she had popped up and I didn't, it was kind of mixed. I really didn't see a lot of Nebula at all when I was playing. So I don't know if she's good. I don't know if she's not good. I believe that she's decent at least. I mean, for her to be on, but I don't know how impactful she would be, and more importantly, who to pair her with. Because I don't know, like looking at this pairing, I don't know if this pairing is even the right pairing for her. Deals 804 damage, deal strength tiles, red tactiles for every green AP. Okay. So that means she's basically green AP dependent to run her ability. Not too bad. That pistol's gonna like clap me a little bit, but it's okay. Yeah, that pistol's gonna clap me for maybe 14. It's not horrible. Now can I get this yellow out? I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got what, 8 green AP. I don't have any chance of getting more. Let me see what this does. So it did 12.90, but 12.96, and it had some attack. You know who will be good with that if you're gonna run an ability like that? I believe you ran her with Sam Wilson. I think with the upkick, the ability to upkick those abilities pretty quick, those strength tiles, I think that'd be really good because it does decent amount of damage on its own. That pistol's gonna hit me for another 14. It does decent amount of damage on its own, but I think it could be really, really, really effective if you ran with like Blade, her, and Sam Wilson. I think that combination might be super fire, to be honest with you. But I don't have her on my line to really test out that theory. So if y'all want to test out that theory, the Blade, the Nebula, and the 3-star Sam Wilson, I think that combination could be really decent for mid tiers for sure. So I would definitely maybe entertain giving that some run. So what I would do here is I would keep Doctor Strange on, and then even if I don't run with Thanos, if I want to run with any other two, doesn't matter which two you really run with, but in this instance I'll go ahead and run with Blade since he already took a little bit of damage, and I'll go ahead and run with Yondu because I can get some action off the blue, even though I can use the blue for Doctor Strange. I can kind of run it in that particular fashion. So really what I'm looking for in this particular combination is that I'm looking for, really, can I get them to try to drop their countdown tiles really fast, B, can I ramp up either the blues or the black gems pretty quickly without the usage of the red, so I could utilize Blade's ability. I mean, Yondu, if I get some action off, Yondu is cool. Like right here, this is going to go, this could have went really quick with Thanos as opposed, but I don't want my team to take much damage, so I'm going to kind of run with this squad really quick and maybe run through maybe 3 or 4 of these sections really fast. So as they're kind of splashing out damage, I mean, I could have held him up, but he's gonna drop the pistol to get him out the way. Because anytime they're dropping a countdown tile to get the minions, Doctor Strange is going to hit them for like 17. So 1700 every single time they hit is perfectly fine. Now, the reason why I want to kind of run a little bit of story mode for you, because it's always a debate of how you want to go about doing it. There are certain people who basically will run the cycle. They'll run every single one, do one of each one until they get to about right here, and then they'll do it again until they get to the top, and they'll do it again and do it again. Well, for me, what I typically do, I will run, if I'm trying to do this pretty quickly, I will run the same unit as much as I can without using any health packs. But this is the reason why Doctor Strange is important. So I can really kind of mop through the minions pretty fast. That's always been my theory in regards to story mode, because when you're dealing with purely just the minions and no real character who's going to be changing your board up, really what I'm looking for them to do is just drop their countdown tiles. the quicker they drop down the countdown tiles, the quicker I know I can get them out of the way. So once they do stuff like that, they may drop a countdown tile or two, they're going to get hit for 17, and they'll get out the way pretty quickly, and then I can go ahead and progress along and move my board. So you see how fast my board is moving? I'm not sitting up here like taking like 5 minutes per board, 3 minutes, I'm taking maybe 2 to 3 minutes per board early on, and then when you get a little bit deeper down the line, it may take a little bit longer. But at least when I go through each section to ramp up the points, I don't have to sit there and change characters. None of my team is taking really much damage. If they do, it's really by accident. But really, it's predicated upon Doctor Strange being there. So with Doctor Strange being on the board, that's what makes this work. Because you need somebody who could be able to hit the minions with as much damage as they can without you taking any damage. So being able to hit them would be fine. Now, if you want this to go quicker, and if you have some health packs to blow, then ideally you want to run Doctor Strange with Thanos, but understand that every single time that you clear a board, you're going to take a K worth of damage every single time, and by the time you do that 6-7 times or so, you're going to have to use a health pack or two to maybe get through and go through the earlier portions of it. And then if you're only strapped in with maybe like only 10 health packs or whatever, then once you get to where you're dealing with other characters, that's when you're going to really start feeling the effects of, yo, I should have probably done it, maybe a little bit slower, but pretty efficiently. Like right now, this is going not super duper efficient, but it's okay enough, because keep in mind, when Doctor Strange hits for damage, he's also healing at the same time, so he's actually keeping the team afloat. So that's why I don't have to change much when I'm running with the set like this. So that's why you notice I kind of blew through maybe three of these really quickly. With the same team, no change up, no difference. Now, I can run Doctor Strange with any two. It doesn't matter which two it is. I'm just so happening to be running it with Yondu and Blade, but I could really run it with whomever I like, any two pairings. Now, if I ran with like a Luke Cage, a Luke Cage, Iron Fist pairing, ideally this could probably go quicker. If I ran this with Gambit or somebody, it could go quicker. The reason why I don't run it with Gambit, because if I so happen to use his ability, my team is going to take a little bit of damage, and really what I want to do is get through these small sections with as little damage as possible. That is always the key when you're running story mode from the top, because once you get towards the back end of the story mode section, that's when you want to use your health packs. That's where you could potentially take a little bit of damage here and there, and it's really gonna take you a little bit more time to execute, but you want to kind of cake through these pretty quickly. So as you see, we done ran through like 40s already, and I'm still getting my points up. Ideally, when you're running story mode, the objective is to get through every single bit of the story mode as possible. The points, you could kind of, just here or there about the points. You could kind of wait to do certain things until they re-up and get points, or you could maybe wait to 24 hours and wait for the re-up, or you could just go through them and just take the little bit less of points. It really depends on how you're going about it. If you're trying to get to the top of the chain and the top of the tier, what I would definitely suggest is that, make sure you maximize your points as much as you can. But if you're not really trying to do that, if you're just trying to just bang through it just for the ISO, just take the method that I'm telling you. Just use Doctor Strange, let him push through, and then once you get towards the top of the bracket where you're dealing with minions, that's when you maybe want to go ahead and work a little bit as far as like maybe getting a good 1-2 pairing to kind of get some of these other characters out the way. So what I'm going to do with this particular setting, I'm going to go ahead and go with Luke Cage, Blade in this instance. I'm going to still rock with Doctor Strange. What I'm doing, I'm just changing up slightly. because I got Kingpin in there for a little bit. Even though I'm not really worried about Kingpin, this is kind of like the watered down light version of Kingpin, but he is going to kind of move the board around slightly, and because of that, I'm just accommodating a little bit. So what I'm trying to do here is maybe ramp up some yellows, maybe let the minions hit first, and see even with one character in play, you see how the minions is still taking out other character, taking out your character you're supposed to be going head up against. That's why you kind of put this in play. And then when I have Defender, with Defender, what that's going to do for me is just basically help and bolster up what I need to do and really get them up out of there. So I'm not really too worried about any damage. I might take a little bit of damage from pistol here, possibly. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to play this blue. I might take some damage. I could, well, maybe not. I may just go ahead and run these out and just go ahead and get them out the way. But I could have took some damage. I mean, the other way, if I had some purples, the purples would have helped. But I still went through that pretty quickly, even with Kingpin on the board. It's not like it's a super souped up Kingpin, but he is going to shift the board around a little bit. And because he is shifting your board around a little bit, he's the one you kind of got to concern yourself with. So that's why I kind of put Luke Cage in there. Most mid-tier players is not going to have a Luke Cage, and if they do, it may not be necessarily souped up, but definitely I just want to put them on there because I know with the strike tiles is going to be popped up. I could at least, if it comes down to it, I could maybe help and ramp up if necessary. I could use an ability. That's the other thing you notice. I haven't really used an ability either. The only ability that I'm using is Doctor Strange's Failures of the Fault Line ability. That's the only one I'm using, and then Defenders is kicking in really just for protection. So when that backsplash hits, I'm not getting hit for nearly as much damage. So it's really pretty good, really nice, clean, easy. Getting projectiles out there, running through sections. You see how my points is going up steadily. This is how I go about it. I do every single section. I normally try to clear out every single one. I'm not going to do that in this particular instance because I don't think I'm going to take the time to really run the table completely for you. Because it will take a lot of time, and I really don't want to do that. I mean, granted, I do have the time to do it, but maybe I'll show it to you on a live stream. But at least for my YouTube watchers, the ones who are watching on YouTube land, I'm not going to show you every single itty bitty portion of this. But my key point to this is just make sure you try to do this as fast as you can, so you're not really hung up on it. I know a lot of players try to split their time and do both. I am in the mindset I normally do versus as opposed to story mode, unless I'm in a ISO 8 grind, and then I may split my time and really maybe grind for some ISO 8 through story mode, unless it's like the event. Now, if I had a chance to do it, I meant to show it to y'all, and I forgot, and the footage for it was all bad, so I do apologize. I didn't get a chance to get to it. But did y'all play the Alliance event that was based around the story mode? Did y'all really like that? Now, that was pretty interesting. Now, in an Alliance event where your whole Alliance have to run the story mode, now that will be the time where I actually do it. Now, granted, at the time when they did it, I had to work like crazy, so I really didn't have the time to do it at that particular juncture. But, next time they do that particular event, that Alliance event where it's a story mode and it's a full Alliance event where your whole team has to do it, now I would definitely do that for sure. But because I think that concept is pretty cool, because that would give you more of a premise to actually run your story mode and run it more fluidly, because you're doing it as a team and you're getting team up rewards as opposed to just your regular standard rewards that you would normally get through the story mode. Actually, you were getting a little bit of both, and that was pretty cool to me. But tell me, how did y'all like that last event? Because that last event was really, really cool for an Alliance event. I actually like that, and that'll be the one way that will really introduce people to getting back into the story mode. So I really like that a lot. Let me go ahead and do this for y'all, family. Let me go ahead and show y'all a little bit of of the squad. Let me let y'all know what the squad is working with a little bit. Squad's been progressing pretty okay as of late. No major league changes. My 2 stars are the way that they are. I had a capped out Magneto, but I had so many other covers for Magneto, so I basically just re-ran them again, put them right back into the fold. I'm still maybe possibly looking at 2-star Storm, bringing her into the fold, maybe taking Thor out, getting Storm in, just kind of rotating my 2-stars in and out. That's been kind of my thing right now. Yes, I have the room to actually add any one of the 2-stars out there. So I may have to just kind of expand down and get a little bit more room to expand down my squad. My 3-stars, it's been relatively the same here. No real major league changes to my 3-stars. Everybody's progressing pretty fine. A lot of them has crossed over to the 200 tier. So I'm pretty good there. The only ones that I'm missing in my 3-stars is Colossus, Mystique, in which I actually have covers for those, so I can actually add those 2 in at any point in time. And then Quicksilver, Psylocke, Sentry, and Vision. Now, shout out to my man E-Hero. I hear you. I read your comments. I'm definitely going to respond to your comments, typing a little bit shortly thereafter. So don't make it seem like I didn't see your comments. I'm definitely going to get a response. I am going to respond to what you just said. You're absolutely right. Just because I don't like the character, like certain characters, that doesn't mean that they shouldn't be on the team. Because you're absolutely right. There's certain characters that doesn't fit well to my play style, but here you're right. Not having those characters can hinder you when you're doing your Deadpool dailies, because you're going to need a lot of these characters as you go along. Especially when it comes to the 3-stars and the 4-stars. I really don't like Psylocke. I'm not big on Sentry. Vision I don't really work with too well. I'm not big on Colossus. I have all of them in my bottom tier. Mystique is cool. Quicksilver's cool. Typically they will get some run. I added Doc Ock into the line. I'm not big on him, but he's on there. But you're right. I really got to make a big point to really fill out the roster in its entirety. So yes, I'm going to change my mindset. I'm not going to be stubborn. You're right. So I'm going to fill out the roster systematically. I have some coins. Some more coins I get, I'm definitely going to systematically fill out the roster some. So I need as many of these characters as I can. I can't be mad because it doesn't work to my play style. I have shut down, took some characters off because it didn't work to my play style. I really need to make it a point to add, as many characters as I can to my roster, so when I'm doing my Deadpool dailies, I'm not stuck. So I got you on that. I really see you. I appreciate the tip. That's definitely a good look. So for everybody else who's watching, I do pay attention to my comments. I do respond to all the comments. So keep them coming. Keep all your comments coming, good, bad. If there's things that you like that you see, that's great. If there's things that you don't like, let me know that too. Like I told the room before, I'm grown. I can take criticism. I'm not going to get offended. It's always going to be all love when it comes to your boy, Mr. True Indeed. So definitely want to point that out, but I definitely heard that, so I'm definitely going to be in the process of expanding the roster out. Even with my 2-stars, like I said, Moonstone will never get run. I'm going to retract that. Moonstone will be on the line. I will likely get Bagman, Spider-Man, even though you will barely get them. But I will definitely get them on the line at some point in time. So that's my word. I will start to change up as we go along. I'm not going to do that in a crazy mode, just also pop 8 of them on there. I'm going to actually systematically do it gradually as we get the characters more filled out and pushing in a good direction. So, go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and get that cracking. So I just want to let y'all know. So definitely, if y'all have questions, comments, concerns, anything that y'all want to talk about, even if it's not necessarily game related. Throw it on the comment section. I definitely read it. If y'all want to see what your boy is doing in the interim, y'all want to see, how my family's doing and whatnot, check out the gram, Mr. Nerd Boy Fresh on the gram. You can check out the Twitter and everything else. Everything is on there. So I'm going to make it a point to actually post a little bit more as we go along, just so y'all kind of get a feel for a lot of the things I've been doing, whether it's like some food stuff, some gaming stuff, maybe a little bit more thoughts and insights and stuff. Definitely taking note of the page. If y'all on the YouTube page, obviously take note of that. I am running on Twitch, so if y'all want to see me on Twitch, True Indeed 1 on Twitch, so I'm definitely rocking on that as well. Currently on Twitch, I'm running a game called Onrush. I will be dropping footage on there to my YouTube page as well, so if you don't get a chance to see it live, y'all could definitely see other games as you go along. So your boy's going to be giving y'all a little bit of taste of everything. I got some other games I'm cooking on as well, some other things I'm working on, so definitely be posting on that as well. So I got some covers I got to pull. I got 11 in the Sinister 600. So 11 of those I got to pull. I didn't really get a chance to get to them. I was waiting to get this footage up. So we're definitely going to be cooking on that. You can see all the, the Vanessa Fisk, which is basically a support for Fisk. So that's going to be cool there. You can see what we're working on for like the Doctor Strange. So once we get some of those, we'll get that up. We'll talk about that Taco Ball, which is the last day for it. So we'll definitely be talking about that shortly. What else do I have? Oh, they got a special offer up? Wow. I like the special offer. Special offer is kind of cool. If you have some points to blow, which I really don't right now, I'm going to use this to fill out my roster. But if y'all have a maxed out roster, this is actually not a bad offer because you're getting pretty good value for the 2,500. That's not bad at all. Main stage, I don't have any on the main stage. What else do I have? No elites. I got some heroics that we got to pull. I got some elites that we got to pull. Got some standards that I'm about to get into right now. So let's get this cover pull session rolling. Now, I heard that the cover pulls have been going pretty decent for y'all. They've been looking pretty good. Word on the street is that the cover pulls has been decent. They've been okay for your boy too. They haven't been super duper fire, but they've been pretty decent. So we had a pretty good couple of runs as far as like cover pulls. You notice the ratio has been kind of fluctuating up and down. Maybe they changed the algorithm up for Christmas where you get a better chance to get some of these 2 stars, 3 stars, and 4 stars. So hopefully they flip the algorithm up a little bit. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. We'll see as we go along. But it's definitely one of those things where if they do, to give a chance for like your beginning players to really try to get into that mid-tier mode, that'll be really, really cool. So, because like for me, hey now, 3-star out of the standards, hey now. And it doubles up with Squirrel Girl, hey now, we'll take that. Now for me, I still consider myself a mid-tier player. Yes, I have a lot of covers. I normally I don't run at level 9. I normally run at level 8. I don't have enough, ramped up 5-star covers to really make everything super worthwhile. But I'm pretty decent in the mid-tier. I could definitely hold my own in versus events and stuff. I'm not like flat out winning them, but I can get into like, top 10 status on any versus event. So I really consider myself a mid-tier player, but changing the algorithm, getting more covers. To really become a top tier player in this game, is really you're going to have to just get your 5 stars up. It's really what it comes down to. The more 5 stars you have in your arsenal, the better it's going to be. That's how you compete against the other 5-star tiers. You really got to get your 5 stars up and really balance them out with really like high volume 4 stars to really give yourself a chance to really compete top tier. I consider myself a mid-tier player. I know a lot of people are kind of progressing to get into that mid-tier stage. Now, there's levels in the mid-tiers, Anything between like 6, 7, and 8 is really kind of mid-tier. And when you're in that mid-tier section, you know there is levels to it, so you really gotta choose wisely when you're doing story modes and versus events and stuff, where you kind of fall and land in that bracket. But to get better is to really get better covers. And so hopefully during this Christmas season, they actually change up the algorithm, give everybody a chance to get some 3 stars, 4 stars, and potentially some 5-star covers to really help a lot of teams out and progress them along to get them to balance out. So that's how I think about that. Everything else has been going pretty good, family. You know, your boy's just been working an awful lot, so everything's good with myself. Everything is good with the fam. Family's going really, really well right now. So everything is good. So nothing to really complain about. Been getting my gaming on, been working on some other small things here and there. So, but definitely everything's going good. Ooh, Kamala Khan's going to double up into Hawkeye. That works like that. That'll work. So getting some double up action, which is pretty good. Normally when your 3 stars double up, that's always a good thing. She-Hulk, yeah, that's kind of cool. I haven't pulled a She-Hulk in a little while, so that's kind of cool. Back-to-back 3 stars with Steve Rogers. That's really good too. I like that. So really what I'm looking to do is to really get as many 3 and 4 stars so I can actually kind of progress my team along and really maybe make a push to compete top tier. Like I told y'all many a times, I will reiterate this. I don't spend any money. I haven't spent like 1 penny into this game. You know, I even thought about being like even in the VIP to see if that would even be beneficial right now, to even be in the VIP. So all my top, all my veteran players, my top tier players, let your boy know if it's beneficial to really be in the top, be a VIP, if it's worth the money. I mean, I've been playing the game for a long period of time. Y'all would think that, yo, you could at least drop like $10 on the game or something. I mean, I could. I just don't know. I just haven't done it. I've been progressing really well. Haven't really invested no money into this game. It's weird because when it comes to free-to-play games, I'm actually under the premise that if it's a free-to-play game, this is one of if it's not a pay-to-win, this is one of those like games that's not really a pay-to-win type game. I would just do the work. I'm not afraid of the work. I'm not afraid of investing the time into getting my team progress to a top tier. And if you look at all the videos I put out from Marvel Puzzle Quest, even from 2 years ago or a year and a half ago until now, you would actually see the progression of the team. The team has been coming along really well. I made some changes. I did some good stuff. I made a few different swapping of character mistakes I probably shouldn't have. But hey, that was me kind of learning my way through. I mean, I know at the very beginning, without getting a lot of advice from the room, I remember I was blowing through ISO 8 crazy fast, and I was super mad about getting the ISO 8. Now I understand the importance of ISO 8, especially when you're rocking in this like mid-tier section. You really need it to progress along. Ooh, Quicksilver, I can actually put you on. But yeah, I mean, it's really been very it's been a journey when it comes to this Marvel Puzzle Quest. This is the one game that I played pretty consistently for 2 years. And it's hard for me to say. There's only maybe a handful of games that I could really say that it's been like that for me. How many games had y'all invested that type of time to? I mean, I know there's your Madden players who would, if you're a Madden player, 2K player, when you're getting the game year after year, yes, you're investing into that as well. I am that too, so I understand, like, being a, sports game player, you're kind of investing into it. But other games, like, is there a free-to-play game that you have played, that you invested crazy amounts of time in, that you've been investing into, like this, a year, 2 years, even like 6 months. 6 months is pretty a long time. I've seen people play these type games and be in there for like 3 months and then like, I'm off to something else. I know gamers who bounce around from game to game to game to game, and I'm like that too. But in this particular instance, this is the one game that's really been really consistent for me. So it's not even a bad thing at all. It's actually a really good thing. Back-to-back storms, okay. But it's really been a good thing. So I'm not even mad at that at all. It's just, I like Marvel Puzzle Quest. I've always liked the concept of Marvel Puzzle Quest. It's not a pay to win. It's one of those games that you can really progress along and get your teams up, and it actually makes it really, really, really good to give it good balance, good parity, all that stuff. So I like the game a lot. I got 12 heroics that I need to pull. Hopefully, we get a 4-star. For my people who is uninitiated, if y'all new to the channel, definitely this is one of those ones where you get a chance to get a 2-star, 3-star, or a 4-star cover. So ideally, the premise is to really get like 3 and 4 stars out of this, but it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. I'm getting a bunch of 2s. And which, like I said, the algorithm proves that you're going to get a bunch of 2s out of here. You're really not going to get many 3s. You're really going to rarely get a 4. But I would love to get a 4 out of here. But currently, I'm just getting a whole bunch of 2s. So let me get at least a 3. There goes 3 right there. 3s are good. We'll take a 3-star Black Panther. Hopefully, we double up and get another 3-star back-to-back. I like that with Electra. We'll take a back-to-back 3-star action. Another 2 there, so we're good. Good with another 2-star. So maybe I'll invest, maybe put a couple of 2-stars onto the board. Another Mystique, which doubles into Luke Cage. I like that. That'll work. That'll definitely work. And then we got Fantastic Four there. And then hopefully get the 4. Give me the 4-star. Give me a 4-star. I love the 2-star. A bunch of 2-stars there. And then we got a Human Torch there. A bunch of Human Torches, which are going to progress the team along. And then we'll go ahead and run this as well. I have a 10-pack. Since the end of the season, I was actually able to get the 10-pack heroic. So let me go ahead and run this as well. I might as well. See what we got from there. It's going to start off with a 2-star Hawkeye, and then it's going to progress everything along. Doctor Strange is in there. A couple of storms. A lot of storms. Jeez, a lot of 2-stars. Give me a 4. Couple of 3-stars. No 4-stars. It's okay. It's okay. Wasn't great. Wasn't great. Thought I'd at least get 1 4-star outdoor deal. A bunch of 2-stars. So at least my 2-stars would get some progression. Looking at the Taco Vault, we got Nico. Nico's in there. We got Miles Morales in there. So that'll be cool. The Legendary Coin is in there like always. So that's what you're looking at on that portion. Scarlet Witch, Vision, Doctor Strange, Thanos back-to-back with Hawkeye. A couple of shots at Iron Man. A couple of shots at Magneto. Storm, which I got a couple of those already. Sam Wilson, which we talked about earlier. So we definitely got a little bit of action here that we could potentially get in this top tier, in this Taco Vault. So hopefully we get some love out of this Taco Vault in the top tier side of things. I don't even care which portion of it, because any one of those characters will hit any one of those characters in the top tier, and that would be anything that would be classified as 3-star, 4-star, by the way. That would impact me definitely really well. Another 2-star Captain Marvel, which I have Captain Marvel on, so she'll get some progression. We'll take a look at all the progression in a little bit, see how everything plays out. I got a Black Widow there. I think what I may have to do, I may have to make room and shuffle maybe I'll shuffle in Hawkeye first, the 2-star Hawkeye, so I can finish my Deadpool Daily. I think that was the one I was missing. Like I said, shout out to E-Hero. He stated clearly, you can't be, just because I don't like the characters, I can't not have them on. I needed that 2-star Hawkeye to finish my Deadpool Daily, and it's coming to fruition right now, so I really need to put him back on. Another Magneto, which is cool. Because I could definitely upgrade my Magneto to get him right back into champion out mode. Ooh, got some more coins. Give me 1,000 of them. Give me 1,000 of them. 250 is cool. I'm not even mad at that. I'm going to keep it real with you. Not mad. What else do we got here? I would like to have a top tier pull, please. Let me get one. That'll work right there. Doctor Strange will work out just fine. A couple of Doctor Stranges. Ironically, since we're doing a Doctor Strange event, it's ironic that I actually pulled a couple of Doctor Strange in this go round, so I'm not mad at that. Let's get another top tier. Let's get another top tier one here. another set of ISO 8 right there. So the ISO 8 is actually not really going to be super impactful for me because, like I said, I got 1.9. But unless my 4 stars need some upkick, it's not going to be super beneficial. Hawkeye, that's cool. A couple of top tier pulls. I've got a Hawkeye, got a Doctor Strange, so I'm definitely not mad at that. So definitely looking pretty good in that regard. So yeah, definitely not mad. Let's see what we got going on here. We got the last portion of this pull. I have the Sinister 600, which I have 11 of these. I don't even remember what was in this, to be honest with you. So hopefully, I don't know if it's just all characters. I don't know if it's ISO 8. I don't know what's top tier. I don't know if it's what's in the middle. I don't even know what's in here. So everything that I pull out of here is going to be a surprise. I don't know what it's going to be. It's probably going to be a whole... We'll take a 4-star domino. Okay, we'll take a 4-star domino. That'll work. That's a top tier pull that I really didn't expect to come out of the vault. Then they're going to double it up with a 3-star Thor. Okay. I like it. I could definitely dig that. A little what's that, support? Okay, I didn't know. That's right. There is some support tokens in there as well. So I haven't really used my supports that much, but really going through story mode to be able to use it, that'll work. 3-star Black Panther, a lot of top tier pulls coming out of this, ironically, even though I didn't get much out of the Taco Vault, but I did get a little bit of love off of this one, off the 600s. 3-star, wow, okay, keep rolling. Bullseye 3 stars, like it. I like it. A lot of 3 stars. I mean, I'm not mad at the 3 stars considering I could have been getting a bunch of 2 stars. So pulling them 3 stars has definitely worked. Got 4 more. So we'll see as we go along. That was a Dakin that I pulled, by the way. Not mad at all. Really not. That domino pull was actually a good one because I believe that was the 4-star that was in that bracket, if I'm not mistaken. I just don't remember, but apparently that was the big 4-star pull coming out of here. So to pull that basically blind after the fact is actually pretty cool. Back-to-back Dakins. Or, that wasn't really back-to-back. It was Dakin, Black Widow, back to Dakin, as far as, like, the 2 stars that you saw in succession. I got 2 more. We got 2 more of them things. Got the 2-star Thor. That'll work. I mean, my Thor is already champion now, so I could potentially maybe re-up with Thor. We'll see. I'm not sure how I want to play those 2 stars out just yet, but I know I got a bunch of them that I'm working with. And the last one is a 3-star Gambit. That is not bad at all. Not bad. Let's go ahead and pull this support too, since it popped up. So it's basically a beginner support. Really, when you're running story modes, it's duplicate, so it's not really going to give me anything but some ISO. Ooh. I wanted that to give me at least an advanced one or something. So definitely not bad. So let's see how this changes up the bracket. So let's go ahead and work with these 2 stars. I'm going to save that one right there for Magneto. We're going to move Human Torch up. I know I pulled a few of him. Let's see where he moves up to. I believe it'll be 111. Oh, 110. 110. The next one gives us a heroic coin, which is cool. Captain Marvel moves up as well. Gives us a 3-star Captain Marvel, in which that's cool. Another 3-star. Anytime you're moving up your 3 stars is never a bad thing at all. Got some command points as well, so she's up to 103. Is there anybody else? Well, Wolverine. I can move up some Wolverine as well. Wolverine is going to move up and give me a heroic token to 123, which is good. So I probably need to put on... Dog, I gotta take a look at my 2 stars like a little bit more extensively because I have a lot of them to really shoot through. 3 stars, we got a bunch of 3 stars that we gotta put into motion. So Captain Marvel move up to 202. I got Gambit. I think I pulled. He'll give me some command points at 191. Bullseye. I haven't pulled a Bullseye in a while, so him moving up to 186 is actually a good look there. Black Panther move up a little bit to 16 for Black Panther, to 17 for Black Panther, so he's moving up quite nicely. Got a 3-star Thor, who's going to give me a heroic token, put me at 195 for him. Hawkeye, I think I got 2 of those. And he'll move up to 205, which is making good progress as well. Doctor Strange, that y'all will see, 2 of them at least. Give me some command points as well. He'll be at 203. And I got 2 Luke Cages as well, so he'll move up to 207. So very good progression so far. Elektra's going to move up some as well. Give me that unkillable Elektra, that 4-star. We'll take that. And then we'll move up Storm as well. Storm is going to move up to 209. Good progression so far. I'm going to train Doc Ock because I told you I put Doc Ock on. So we'll upgrade him. We'll use a little bit of this ice weight I've been sitting on. Loki is going to move up to 189, which I haven't pulled a Loki cover in a while, so that's actually a good look. Punisher's getting a little bit of move up to 187, so that's a good move as well. Captain America, Steve Rogers, of course, 206 for Steve Rogers, very good there. She-Hulk is going to move up too. She-Hulk at 204. I pulled a couple of She-Hulks a little while back, so that's actually not bad for me. 209 for Kamala Khan. And Squirrel Girl, you think it's going to move up possibly just 172 for Squirrel Girl. And then Black Widow, the gray suit version, move up to 200. So definitely some good progression. You can see what I have in a hole. So I got 1, 2, 3 Mystique covers. I have a Sentry. So basically all the ones that actually needs to be in my 3 stars are basically sitting right there right now. So I got to figure out what I want to do, who I want to put up there. So Elektra I got to put on. Domino, that's one of the other characters I really don't know too much about. Don't know if she's good, don't know if she's not. Destroys half of the black tiles, dealing 146 damage for each tile. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, you may have to get on more sooner than later. Because pairing her with like Luke Cage and Iron Fist, ooh, that could get real ugly real fast, especially when Domino's upgraded. That's not bad. And just so y'all know for my rookies about the Elektra, that's the double cross. Elektra, I had her on. I took her off. I shouldn't have. I'm about to put her back on. It was my fault. I really shouldn't have took her off the grid, but I'll put her back on. I have a bunch of others. I got a bunch of others, so I didn't even know 5 stars. That's so crazy. So I gotta figure out what I want to do with my 2 stars. We'll definitely sort through that a little bit later. I need to pull at least two of these, right? I got 2 heroics. So let's go ahead and pull 2 of these heroics first, right? We get a 3-star out the heroic, which gives us another Sentry, which is cool. Not mad, so I gotta decide what I want to do with my 3 stars, and then get a 2-star Bullseye, which is cool as well. But I gotta pull at least 2 of these, right? I gotta pull at least 2 of these. Let's go ahead and go. Got a 4-star right there. Hopefully it's a 4-star that doubles up. That is a Rogue. Okay, Rogue. I have Rogue on, so that's not bad. I can definitely work with Rogue. That's cool. Let's go ahead and pull another legend. Let's see what we got. Let's see if we get a 5-star. Another 4-star right there. Back-to-back 4-star. Hopefully it's something that doubles up. That's a 4-star Rockin' and Group. Welcome to the team. That's actually cool. I like that as well. Let's go and pull one more. Can we get a 5-star? Can we get a 5? Got one more 4-star. One more. We'll take that 4-star. Let's see what we got there. That 4-star is a Mortal, so that's another one I have to think about putting on. I have Mortal on my squad. When I wasn't really like dialing in what I wanted to do, I took him off. I'm going to have to put him on at some point. True to my team, I am going to progress the squad as we go along. So just so y'all can see the quick progression with, I believe that was Rogue and Rockin' and Groot. So I'm going to have to train Rockin' and Groot. I'll put some ice weight on him in a little bit. So you'll see the progression for them, progression for Rogue. Rogue gets a little bit of run. I actually needed that character, so she'll actually have one of each. So with my 4 stars, so now I have to figure out Domino, Electra, and Mordo. Tell you right now, Domino will definitely get on first. Then we'll figure out what we're gonna do with Electra and Mordo as we go along. So we're definitely good in the paint there. So let me go ahead and get ready to get up out of here, family. Y'all know who I am. I am Mr. True Indeed, of course. Y'all know who I represent. It's the Holy Circle Gaming. Like always, God above everything. Till the next time, family. We'll do it again soon. Salute.